Hey everyone, John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com, and today I'm going to talk about something I think is really important that could really benefit your career, that could benefit your life, and it's something that you might not have considered. It might be even something that you hate right now. So what I'm talking about today is writing. And if you're a developer, if you followed my blog, you probably know that I'm going to preach to you right now and say, start a blog. You know, I give a talk on how to market yourself as a software developer. And whenever I give this talk, I have developers in the room. I say, raise your hand if you have a blog, right? And surprisingly, maybe only 10% of the room raises their hand. But then I say, raise your hand if you update that blog regularly, if you wrote a blog post last week. And like one guy raises his hand most of the time. So just from a pure career perspective, just from a pure setting yourself apart from other developers, if you write a blog and you write one post a week, not a huge time commitment, you're going to be ahead of 99% of other developers who aren't doing that. That alone is a good enough reason to write a blog. Now, there's all kinds of reasons why you would say, well, I don't want to do this. I'm not a good writer. Let's throw that excuse in the can, because here's the deal. If you write every week, if you write a blog post every week, and you do this for, let's say, just 1 year, that's 52 blog posts, you're going to get pretty good at it by the end of that year. And if you do that for several years, you're going to become a really good writer, at least in developer terms, pretty quickly. If you have an even better writing habit of writing every day, 1,000 words a day, like a lot of writers do, you're just going to become good. It doesn't matter where you start, because time is the great equalizer. As long as you put in the time, you're going to eventually become good. You have to believe this. I mean, it's impossible to not become good, right? We all became good at walking. We all learned how to walk. We learned how to speak, how to master human language and emotion. These are difficult things, but we practice them, and over time, we learn them. So now, okay, so I've kind of told you the benefits of career-wise, why you should write. But let me tell you kind of a personal benefit. You know, I've always hated writing. Back in school, I did not consider myself a writer. I was in a lot of the AP classes for other things, you know, biology, mathematics, not in writing, not in English. But since I started writing my blog, I found that writing is pretty awesome. Now, it's painful. It is painful. It gets less painful. But here's the thing that's so awesome about it. It helps you to organize your thoughts. You know, your brain has all these thoughts coming through it all the time that kind of can mess you up, that you think you understand the topic, you think you could talk clearly about it, but you know, you go into conversation with someone and then all this stuff comes out and it's unorganized and it doesn't make sense, and you can't communicate your point. You know that you've got this point. You know that you've got something that you want to communicate, but you can't do it. So here's how you do it. You start writing. Writing forces you to organize your thoughts. When you put something on paper, when you type it into Notepad, you type it into your blog post with the keyboard, what happens is it forces your mind to start to organize things, to really think about things. You start to think about things in depth and how to present them. And that organization carries over in all areas of your life. When you're having a conversation with someone, when you're trying to explain something, all of a sudden you can speak more eloquently because you have the ability to organize your thoughts. If you do a podcast, if you try to do other mediums, other types of things in life, when you try to explain something to someone, it ends up being a lot simpler. You end up getting a better explanation because you can organize your thoughts. Even your code, even when you start thinking about problems, all of a sudden your brain is being exercised in this direction. So writing is really important, really powerful. If you're not good at it, hey, don't worry. Go back to the archive of my blog posts. Look at my first year of blog posts. They suck. Even today, I write stuff that might not be good by literary standards, but it's a lot better than it was when I first started. And hey, no one ever looks at my writing and laughs at it. They're reading the content in it. So really important to get started writing. It's a really good thing that's going to help your career. It's going to help you to communicate your thoughts a lot better. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel here. I'm trying to hit 1,000 getting pretty close here. And don't forget to check out my blog at simpleprogrammer.com. I've got lots of career advice and things like that, especially for developers, and a little bit of technical content you'll find every once in a while. So thanks for watching this video. Take care and have a great week.